12-year-old selling land plots. That is something very unusual I've heard of.
So we were very poor.
$200 million in the first 1.5 years of your company starting off. How did you do it? Your AI assistant, Jucica Brown, closed over $30 million in sales.
Yeah, true.
People who are doing MBA in sales, spending a lot of time in the market. But here comes an AI agent who logs deals worth $30 million in just a few weeks. AI taking over so many things, even replacing our search engines, getting into our lives, knowing end to end what we want, when we want, what we are looking for. Doesn't that sound a bit, evil, I would say?
Anyway, you will use it. To teach AI Vastu, it's not a big deal.
Indian buyers are concerned about Vastu here as well. Have you experienced that?
90%.
90%. They check Vastu end to end.
Even apartments with Vastu compliant price like 30% more than just average. 2 weeks, my life was amazing. So I thought now I'm going to be a billionaire. And after 2 weeks, Russia invented Ukraine and the war started. And we lost the business in a week.
Oh, so whatever you have built across 2 years, 300 meetings, 15 contracts.
Yeah, it just
in just 2 weeks, it all vanished.
It just gone in 1 week. Google already lost 8% of search for the past 2.5 years versus Perplexity, ChatGPT, Grok, and others. So lost 8% in 2.5 months.
There's a debate on this that if AI will replace a search engine or not. What's your opinion on that?
100%. There is no reason to go search. So if you like to do the job, extra job for free, so for sure. AI in 5-10 years is going to be the only one interface. Only one interface. No reason to go websites, no reason to go platforms, no reason to go search Google. It's going to be literally one interface.
No manual work. You are having a guy by your side who is helping you with everything. I got your point. Right now, there's a trend which came in the market, Ghibli photos and everything. Do you know about that? People putting in their pictures on ChatGPT and then getting the Ghibli art and everything. So there's a controversy around that as well, that this was for ChatGPT to get the maximum data for free. How much do you believe in that? You have raised $7 million through crowdfunding. Is that correct?
Let me say not crowdfunding, but clients funding.
Clients funding.
So, yeah.
How did you do that? Generally what happens is a business needs money to get clients.
Right.
Here you build a business, you got clients and they became your investors. And generally what happens is that how can you build such a perfect product?
Look, in 2022, in Dubai, it were 10,000 brokers. In 2024, 50,000.
Obviously. There's one way people trade in stock market, and you have also said that will happen for real estate soon, that you can buy, sell and hold properties in a click. Is that possible?
It's a great question.
First of all, thank you so much for giving your time and coming on the show. And
it's my pleasure.
It's while I was going through your story, I was going through your website and I was listening to your old podcasts, which you have already done.
On Russian, I believe, right?
Yeah, correct. So I saw one thing which always kept on clicking in my mind while I was doing your research, while I was recording your intro, that 12-year-old selling land plots. That is something very unusual I've heard of till date. I've heard about Warren Buffett doing, into trading and stuff at a very young age. And now I'm hearing about you. You were 12 when you were involved in this overall process. So it's almost been years and years and years. And your mother also told you that you will either be a second-hand car salesperson or into real estate.
Right.
So what do you think about where did it come from? So generally what stories I've heard, I also started very young, but mostly stories which I've heard of people starting very young, there's a very deep reason to it. Either it be the family influence or it is something which you struggle in your life and you decide to change your life, you get that maturity at such a young age. So what was that for you? Like, why will a 12-year-old go and be involved into real estate, while most of us, when I was 12-year-old, I was probably solving homeworks, going to school and figuring which video game to play, and most of the viewers were. So like, what was that like?
I was going to school too, but after school you had to work.
Okay.
Yeah, so nothing super surprising, but it's super easy. I did it because my mother needed help, right? So with the selling of plots of real estate. So we were very poor. Not extremely poor, but very poor.
You've seen difficult times.
Yeah. So, and my mother she was a broker, like selling plots of land in Moscow suburbs.
Okay.
And one time she just collected enough money, like, I don't know, $5,000 or something like this. And she bought a piece of land, like small piece of land. And she wanted to resell it. So, and nobody wanted to buy. So she made like 60 viewings of this plot of land. Nothing happened. And new buyer would like to see it. And she said, like, go and just make a viewing. So yeah, and I will.
So you went with the buyer.
Yeah, and I sat with a car, like 12 years old, in a car with a guy with a mustache. You know, like, we were driving like 1.5 hour, you know, in the Moscow suburbs.
Was he asking you questions?
Yeah. So like, now it's kind of not strange things. It's strange things, right? Once a child with with some man in a car and driving somewhere, but that day it was okay. Yeah, and I was telling him like a story about this plot of land, and I was able to sell it. So not like I didn't sign the paper for sure, but he bought it, and yeah, I got the cheeseburger as a reward.
No, but like, you know, like real estate is something which is very much focused around trust. So like, as a 12-year-old, what did you do differently, or something came, you learned something, you saw something, or it came from inside? How was it? Like, how did that happen? Like, you know, to convince a man to buy a plot of land, that's an investment.
It's a funny story. So
do you call it luck or skill?
It's a funny story because in this plot of land, one guy killed himself as a suicide. That's why my mother couldn't sell it. So because every buyer just visited this plot of land, just walking around their neighborhood, right? So, and they told him the story. They told them the story. So nobody wanted to buy. And once I was driving with this guy in a car, I told him the whole story. So I said, yeah, so in this plot of land, one guy just suicided himself. But the plot of land is great and it's cheap. He said, okay, we're already driving this way. So this young guy, he could put me out on the road for sure. But yeah, and that I was fair. And
so like you were honest about it.
Yeah, I was honest about it. And that's why like the guy bought it, I think.
So you were honest. That is why. So I would say that a small takeaway from this would be that in sales, honesty is very important. I think your whole company is based on honesty itself. So.
You can be like 100% honest, right? So you can do your best, but you have employees, you can cover all this in one, right? Frankly speaking, I think that the best salespersons, really the best world salesperson, they're not honest. So they kind of manipulating the people, right? And they sell and they're rich, etc. But it depends. Once you're a lone salesperson, you know,
you're the one running the show.
You're just one guy running the show. Probably being honest is not a best strategy, you know, for you to become rich. But if you run a company and you build like a brand, you build like a trust between like a lot of people and employees, honesty is number one for sure.
So like you have followed that rule across your life? Like we were just talking like you were 12 and right now you're 34.
I
so
hope.
Almost 22 years in this business.
I hope, you know, if you say on camera that I was 22 years, like every day honest, like 100% with all 100% people around the world. So probably it's not true, right? So nobody will believe this. Nobody will believe this shit.
Of course, like, you know, that's actually true. Like when I talk about, you know, while I was discussing about this, about you spending 22 years in real estate, one more incident which came to my mind while I was reading about you. You had in your college life, you started a real estate agency as your side hustle.
Yeah,
and
right.
you gathered around 100 plus people
That's right.
to do that stuff.
Right.
So like that's a very, first of all, it's a very unusual college hustle. Of course, a lot of people are, like they literal businesses while you are in college, serious businesses, very few people do it. Like right now there's a trend because a lot of information is available on the internet. A lot of things are accessible to people. But during your time, like let's say 10, 15 years back, when you were in college and was solving stuff and you started your own real estate agency, that time, did you see something in real estate coming and that's why you got into it? Or like you saw something, read something, or it was like, I am doing it since 12, so let's continue and expand further. What was the motive?
So, as my mother told me that, or sales person in used cars, right, or a real estate tycoon. So I still don't have a driving license, so it's just one way. Yeah, I knew how to do this thing. In the college, I just hired my college colleagues and we started like real estate agency. And I made the first capital like this. And after I understood that the biggest money you can make, it's not running real estate agency, but on real estate investment. And my strategy was simple. So I had a lot of brokers and I have my own mind just to try to find something to buy.
Exactly.
So the strategy was completely simple. I was looking for plots of land. So you can buy it, subdivide it by a few plots of land and resell it. So very simple, right? But this strategy gave me like 40% ROI. So you literally...
So you used to like shortlist the properties basically, and then like you had a group, a network of brokers and stuff when you started off.
Yeah, but this job is a pain. So 99% of your time you need to analyze something like plots of land or something, and 99% of them just not investable. So you need to do it manually. No software like this just helping you to find something. You have brokers, but most of the brokers just give you something not interesting. So you need to analyze
everything was manual
every day manually.
Yeah.
And to buy one object, you need to analyze approximately at least 50. So it's like a pain.
Were you making money?
Sorry?
Were you making money back then with all this?
Yeah. So we were making money like 40% ROI on real estate investment. It's cool. It's cool. So usually people just make like 4%. I think in India on rent you make like 4%.
Maximum 2 to 4%.
Yeah,
rental
but the property is growing, right? So in a local currency, let's say 10% a year, right? So we made 40. So on this investment. But the whole day is always about analyzing the data and just try to find something.
Yeah, like I read that fact that you were spending 10 hours a day into putting down
so it's every day,
thousands of listings
every day, thousands of listings, you just analyze it. So yeah, and that day I understood that, oh, by the way, you hire people, just teach them how to analyze the property. They work for you like 3, 4, or 5 months. And the ones they understood how to make money on real estate investment, they go aside and just open a brokerage company, right? So it's non-stop business of educating other people how to invest in real estate. And then I understood that it's going to be algorithms that are going to identify these properties. So I was totally offline guy without any IT experience, zero. And I understood that I need to put all my money, my efforts into algorithms. So algorithms are the future. And I definitely thought that algorithms could be existing for helping investors and helping people to buy. Because like how people buy real estate, they usually rely on their own analysis.
Of course.
And it's like a very small portion of them, like 1-2% of buyers. They go listings analyzing like myself, and
most of them have their own brokers, and
they believe in 98%.
So
they rely on brokers, on people that are like experts, right? To find the right property is tough. To find the right expert, it's...
So you were solving that gap basically back then. So you were the one going through the listings, making sure that it's accurate and it's investable, and then bringing on to the investors, and then like...
No, I was investing my own money.
Okay.
Yeah. So at that time, I already made like first $1 million on real estate agency and investment.
College.
Yeah, in college in real estate. So look, that days the currency of ruble was 33. Now the currency of ruble versus dollar is 84. So to make first $1 million like 10 years
Big deal.
ago,
Big deal.
10 years ago was not a big deal. Easier, much easier. Yeah.
Okay.
Now like the currency dropped down like 3 times versus rupee and dollar is the same, right? It's always decreasing. I think.
Yeah, like mostly the dollar values keeps on strengthening.
Yes.
And the rupees are there. So, obviously it's because the economy is trending over there in US. It's not about how the Indian economy is reacting to it, but obviously the economy in US is growing. So that's why it's strengthening the dollar.
To make $1 million dollars like 10 years ago was easier than now. Because
of course, because of the currency.
For companies for countries like India, for Russia, for Brazil, and like other. Now it's more complicated to make these things.
Of course. Because the value has strengthened a lot.
Yes, true.
Correct. Obviously, so like this brings me to the point that 10 hours of hard work every day, putting in so much time into skimming through the property listings and, like having that hustle inside you at such a young age when you are like pursuing college. Where did you like get that work ethic from? Like, to have that kind of a discipline to build something, it requires a lot of passion from inside. And with passion, you need the right discipline and the right work ethic as a channel to drive that energy.
You want to be someone, right? You want to make some money, right? You want to build a business. You want to your family never poor. So this is kind of stupid, but like typical like drivers, right? So that's how it started. But after you change it to something more better to help people, just to make impact, just to be useful, right? So,
correct.
but at the beginning, it's all started with just I don't want to be poor.
Of course.
I don't want my family to be poor again. And I don't want to be no one again. So this was everything started. I'm sure 100% of entrepreneurs started like this. Okay, 99.9.
Of course.
Maybe.
I can relate. I can definitely relate.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But after you achieving something, you understand that you can live your life much better and you can just deliver much better value to other people, to entrepreneurs, to investors, etc. So, and that's how I transformed like from offline guy to IT guy. Yeah. So because
though you were not having an IT background,
zero IT background. Yeah. So I did know nothing.
I would say that early in your life when you experience difficult things, obviously if you're young and if you're accessible to information, then obviously it makes you like pursue something which will change your life and the life of your family forever. And that's the motivation, we call it pain motivation. Pain motivation. Because, pain motivation is something like you have experienced something in your life. You want to make sure that it never happens again. And then you like pursue stuff which makes you not go back to that ever.
Yes.
So like I would say with the passion for real estate, one of the main reasons of you working so hard, that work ethic, that discipline came into the fire, which was keeping that alive, was your family and the struggle which you have seen in the past few years. Was it tough? Like, how did you deal with it at such a young age? Like, a lot of people get directed, a lot of people who are like, from poor families, for example, or like they're not doing financially well. These guys, they just want to get to a job as quick as possible. Very few actually think to build something of their own. And you were one of them, obviously, to build something of your own and start something of your own, basically. When you are having a survival crisis, or like when you are like having not such a strong financial background, what motivated you to go into something which was uncertain, like a business, like getting into sales? Why didn't you choose something which was much more easier in the sense, which would secure you, like a job, or pursuing and completing a course, getting a job, and then probably when you are doing financially well, then you can shift to a business or something? What was that?
I don't think that the path from employees to entrepreneur is like more secured path, right? So, okay, you are like employees, you can make like save, like, I don't know, $50,000. In the business, you can lose it like in 1 week, right?
In a day.
And you are still in the same position as you can start with zero, right? So, and once you're in entrepreneurship way, so you just study faster. You study much more things.
Correct.
So because you need to figure out how to make marketing, how to make sales, how to make everything, how to convince people, how to pitch, right? How to motivate your team and how to pitch investors to attract new money. So you will never know it once you're employee,
Correct.
right? Once you're employee, you'll usually focus on one
Get
thing.
addicted to that.
Yeah, you focus
paycheck
on
coming
one,
every month, and then
you
it
focus
gets-
on one thing. Right? You can be a professional in one thing, but entrepreneurs, it's like they can do anything. So any type, you can take any entrepreneur, right, successful or not successful, right, and push him into one thing. Literally, this guy will be top 10% of professionals in few weeks.
Of course, because
in a
the
world.
way they deal with the information and the way they deal with their lives are very different from how normal people do.
True.
Of course. So like coming down to all this thing was all about knowing you and your struggles and from what made you shift your life from being a normal guy to actually an entrepreneur, which gets me to the point, shocking fact for me, I would say. Your company in the first 1.5 years closed 400 real estate deals online using your softwares, of course. $200 million in the first 1.5 years of your company starting off. How did you like do it? You know, you are coming up with a business and the first few years are the most difficult years for a business, of course, because we are also running a company. A lot of entrepreneurs I've met. First 3-4 years are always where you're learning, failing, innovating. You are not having an IT background.
No.
You were in real estate, of course. But starting a platform and closing 400 deals worth $200 million in the first 1.5 years, that's something which sounds unreal to me. So like, how did you make it happen?
So look, I'm in IT space 8 years. It wasn't like my first year.
Got it.
So 8 years ago, almost 9, I decided to switch from offline to IT because I understood that the future is algorithms. So the future definitely it's not about expertise of human. And that days, nobody believed AI is going to be a thing.
Of course.
One day. So I believe that day. So I was starting like, what is AI, how it works. AI is not just ChatGPT. AI is literally
An
kind of
algorithm in itself.
any software that can make human job better than a human or at the level of a human. And if you have this software, it could be multiplied by 1 million, 1 billion times, right? So let's say estimation an apartment. It's that what human can do, right? Estimation an apartment. What is the price for a specific apartment? What human makes. Take comparables and all this stuff and just build it into one and estimate like you have special people like appraisers for banks. So banks use the appraiser to value the property to issue the mortgage, right? So I thought like maybe I should start with the algorithm for estimating like apartments automatically. So and this also AI, right? So AI, a lot of things you can make with AI. AI is just a software. Make some magic, like a human do something, but AI can make it. And 8 years ago, I started to work on algorithms. Now people call it AI, just to make the human job of estimating. Because the idea was, if I have a software that could estimate each apartment on the market, like online and right now, I can estimate millions of apartments. And this software could help me to identify top 1% of investment opportunities. That's what I did by myself. But how many objects I could have a look a day, like 50, right? AI could have a look at
lakhs.
2 million in a minute, right? In a few minutes. So literally it's upgrade. The same thing, but and my idea was simple. Like if I build this software, I can just take my own knowledge, download it into algorithms with a cool developer team of developers. We literally can identify the cool neighborhoods and great investment opportunities, and we can make a lot of money.
So like I would say that you recognize that technology is going to grow in the coming while and AI is going to be a big thing. That was something that you recognized when most of the people weren't as serious about.
100%. So all technologies were ready. You just needed to access this and build something, because you have a technology like blockchain, like AI, But you need to build on top of this, right?
course.
Something, because it's useless.
That's infrastructure basically, and
Yeah,
you have to use that infrastructure.
You need to build some product.
So you did the same thing.
And the first idea was to build a product for finding the property where I can buy it and maybe flip it, maybe rent it out and make a lot of money, much more than if you just buy average. And we developed this technology in Russia. And we were starting to implementing this technology. And we were developing this technology for ourselves, and we were starting investing our own money and achieving great results. But we had small amount of money, and we understood that we should go to Russian banks and offer them algorithm so they can use a lot of money, deep pockets, to invest in a property around Russia.
Okay.
And it took 2 years to convince them to sign contracts.
You give them
300 meetings, at least, to sign 15 contracts.
Cool.
And we signed these contracts, and they started to buy. They were using this algorithm. And my life were amazing 2 weeks. Why? Because in 2 weeks, Russia and Ukraine started war.
Oh.
Yeah, and so in 2 weeks, my life was amazing. So I thought, like, now I'm going to be a billionaire. And after 2 weeks, Russia invented Ukraine and the war started. And the all banks stopped all contracts because all banks thought that it's going to be a collapse of Russian market of real estate. And we lost the business in a week.
Oh, so whatever you have built across 2 years, 300 contracts, like 300 meetings, 15 contracts.
Yeah, it just
in
gone.
just 2 weeks, it all vanished.
It just gone in 1 week. Yeah. So all banks stopped contracts and said it's not a good time. So, and we again, so we spent millions of dollars to develop this technology, so, just to build this business. And we had investors at that time, and all business just vanished in 1 week. So we again, with no money. And
we weren't able to reach out.
Yeah, we thought, like, okay, from Russia we can't build a global business, so probably we need to move. And we just took one ticket flight to Dubai, and we just landed and started like a new business here. So,
Realist.
but with the same idea. Yeah, it's a Realist. So we took our investors on the board, like previous, etc. So, and the idea was simple.
So first you were like doing it for the institutions, basically banks and everything, and here you made it a platform for everyone.
No. So we tried to speak with the local banks and local developers, the same idea.
Here.
But they said that if you're so clever, guys, go and sell real estate. Now it's booming. So what a shitty thing you're doing. So if you're so clever, just build an algorithm, help people just to find real estate and just make a commission on transactions. And we said, probably it's a not bad idea, right? So, and we designed like a platform with all data, like all inventory, all developers. We connected all in one, and we highlighted on the platform good neighborhood, good property, good developers. Objectively, so with all data and comparable analysis, and we gave it for free to clients, to agents, etc. And we understood that let's build like AI experts, so people don't need to find the expert
in the market.
Because a lot of experts or realtors in the market, they're not good for investment, for example. So
they're biased, you would say. Biased, or like depending upon their income a lot.
Yeah. So
that sales thing which we were talking about.
yeah. So look, a lot of buyers are not happy, right? So with what they bought. So and to find the property is tough, but to find the right expert is more difficult.
Who will recommend you the right thing as per?
Yeah, more difficult, because only one expert of 50 are really good. Frankly speaking, even in Dubai, like. 2 weeks ago, one guy could be a fitness trainer, right? So, and now he's a broker. So, you know what I mean?
Everyone's entering into the market who are probably not in depth knowing about the market.
Sure.
That's what you're telling. But your algorithm can like actually be that expert and analyze much more data than what a normal human can.
Yeah. And look, in 2022, in Dubai, it were like 10,000 brokers. In 2024, 50,000.
Obviously.
Yeah. A lot of fitness trainers, a lot of a lot of
of
guys,
influencers, yeah.
influencers started to be brokers, right? Because like developers pay commission, it's fine, and people are buying real estate, and that's fine. They can rent it out.
Less entry barrier is creating that market, and plus more money here as well. Because see, in India, what happens is you get a 1 or 2 or maximum 3 or 4% commission.
Yeah.
Here, you minimum make 6, 7, or even up to
not so high, from 3 to 10. So
3 to 10.
Free is like developers, like very established developers, like 10 like new developers. But from 3
in
to
India,
10.
it's like if it's very established, then they'll probably go around 1 or 2%, and maximum around 3. That's the max. But here it's like it starts from 3 to 4 and goes up to a 10. So obviously, like that is why a lot of Indian brokers have also shifted here. A lot of Indian brokers whom I know are like, let's say, real estate brokers who are influencers. They're also coming and selling the Dubai market. High commissions and less entry barriers have made a lot of people access this market and sell properties and call them the experts. Probably.
Dubai market and the UAE market is growing fast, right? And Indians are buying a lot. So Indians, I think now buyers number 1 and number 2 across Dubai for sure.
In top 3, of course.
For the past 10 years and probably for the next 10 years, right? And the key thing is that once you try to buy something, you need an expert and expertise. And not a lot of people, experts are really expert. So we designed like an AI expert in WhatsApp, in application, in platform with all data, and etc. It works very cool. It really, you can just say like, find me the best property in my budget, like $300,000 in downtown or somewhere in Dubai, and it gives you recommendation and explanation why. So, and the business model here, we don't take money for this. You really can use it
for free.
For free. And this software also gives you access to all developers directly. So all contacts of developers representative inside. So you can ask, give me the manager of Emar, and it gives you direct contact like in WhatsApp. Yeah. So, and it's free.
Tell me more about Realiste. Like, if someone from our viewers, or like if I want to, like we were just talking about me getting a property in Dubai. So let's say if I am the one who is interested in getting a property and I don't want to go through that hustle of looking for the right real estate advisor and then skimming through loads of properties who are not much of my benefit, how can Realiste work and help me to get to that right property? Like, just walk me through.
2 things. First, you can use this software for free, and you literally can just say AI in WhatsApp, in just voice message.
So you guys are having, in voice message on WhatsApp?
Yeah, you literally can just, you can go to application. But if it's complicated for you, or a platform on a web, if it's complicated for you, you literally can just click the button. It will open your WhatsApp, like AI in WhatsApp. And you just send a voice recording like, I want, and tell what you want. And what is your budget, and what do you want, and what are you looking for? What any. Then more than more possible, then better. And AI goes to the database of Realiste, where we collected 1,000 projects more.
Okay.
We collected 200 listings from secondary market already. 25,000 neighborhoods in not only in Dubai, but now 132 cities across the world. Even we have Mumbai.
132 cities.
Yeah, across the world. So neighborhoods, pricing, all in one. So you literally tell what you want, and AI recommends you, and you can just iterate with AI. Just I want better, I want etc. That's all. And after AI will send you like direct contact of a developer that suits you.
So building like a chat GPT for real estate,
like chat GPT for real estate. It's on WhatsApp. It's on application. In application, you also can download it free and see all prices in neighborhoods. So you will know. And you can check any expert buys this data. So, and you will be sure that the expert gives you something good.
So basically your AI agent, Realiste, will become someone's real estate advisor for free of cost.
Yes.
And you can use it via application, you can use it via WhatsApp, and it has the access to thousands of listings and thousands of developers, projects which is happening.
Yes.
And anyone can access, explain what they want. Let's say if I go WhatsApp, I'll probably go on WhatsApp and drop a voice note that I'm looking for a property around 1 million dirham in downtown.
Right.
I want it near Dubai Mall. Is that something like this also works?
Yeah.
Even location wise, I can tell the neighborhood as well.
Even location.
Amazing.
You can tell specific developers like Danube, Shoba, whatever. You can tell specific projects. You can ask opinion of AI about this project. You can ask like, will this property will grow in price, and AI will tell you it will or not, and explain why AI thinks it will or not. So a lot of things. You literally can ask AI, what is going to be the rental yield if I buy this property and I will rent it out? What is going to be percentage I will make from rental? So it's free. Yeah, and about Vastu, interesting thing is that to teach AI Vastu, it's not a big deal. But to teach AI how to match Vastu with a sign or like star sign or
that's
person,
the real challenge.
it's a challenge.
Will you be able to do it? Like
No problem.
Like general Vastu is like, okay, like, you have directions, you have placements of multiple stuff in your apartment, like the washroom, the kitchen and everything. Do you think like Indian buyers are concerned about Vastu here as well? Have you experienced that?
90%.
90%. They check Vastu end to end.
Even apartments with Vastu compliance price like 30% more than just average. So, yeah. And the key thing, like once you buy off plan, like new development, you don't know about it because the apartments, they don't exist yet, right?
But the new development might have the floor plan of the floor plan, the direction.
And you
of
need
course.
to floor plan. You need to identify what is the north, right? You need to identify all this stuff.
So, do you know about the remedies of Vastu?
Yeah.
Remedies of Vastu. So, like sometimes what happens is like if you have a particular door in a direction, then you can probably put a copper wiring or stuff. Do you know stuff like this?
Right. So like entrance should be north.
North south.
West.
It should be north east or west.
Yeah, northeast.
That's the main. Southwest, south and southeast are considered.
It's like a human that's sitting by hat on the entrance. Yeah, it's like a human sitting.
You know a lot about Vastu.
Yeah. So we started this because we really want that AI really helps people to find the great thing, and just AI is here. Just you don't need experts. So because even experts, it's difficult to find the right expert.
Correct.
And most of the experts are not experts.
And there can be bias as well.
Yeah, and bias, and they need commissions, all this stuff. But AI is like fair thing, right? So that's why if you teach AI all this stuff, it will help people just to buy the right property.
Got it.
And they will never regret it. So AI is here just to eliminate the need of expertise, at least on the first level.
Oh, got it.
At least like at the beginning. Even now we're teaching this AI Vastu. Now this AI will understand Vastu. So you will be able to ask like, is it property Vastu compliance? And AI will tell you yes, no, and the percentage of accuracy, like it's 90% or 80%.
Is it?
Yeah, so it's going to be so funny. Yeah. And
when are you coming up with that Vastu feature?
AI already knows about Vastu, but in 2-3 months, it will be able to download any floor plan, and AI will tell you is it Vastu or not. And
that's a big move.
Yeah, or you will like AI recommends you like some property or developer, and you will be able to say, highlight me only units that are Vastu cool.
So like you can go in any permutation combination of what you need. Like probably I can put up a prompt that I need a Vastu compliant home near Dubai Mall under 1 million dirhams, and it can tell me about if I can get that property or not.
So complicated is going to be in 2-3 months, but it will. It's
of course. Like if I talk about the Vastu compliant, apart from that, I can definitely get into that part that I can tell about what exactly I need, and I can get it in.
The whole idea is to build the best possible expert in real estate in the world with all complicated things and important things for people.
But why for free? Like
this is a good thing.
Because the thing is that, all these real estate brokers and companies are making money through commissions.
Yeah.
The developers who pay more commissions, probably a lot of brokers and advisors are driven by that as well. That if they sell this particular property, their commission is more and more. You also quoted in one of your videos or the podcast which I heard, the real estate, these websites and these portals are less of real estate portals and more of advertising real estate, which you have quoted that they are not probably the most honest. They are more like advertising platforms for the developers and the brokers.
Right.
So like they are, because they are making money out of it. Like probably a developer and a broker comes on the platform, puts in money, gets their property ranked up. And as well, the same goes for all these brokers and everyone. So what are you getting from being honest, transparent and free? And why for free? Like if that's such a big offering, like, you know, we have a platform known as No Broker in India.
Yeah, I know.
So No Broker is like, you save on brokerage, because in India it's like 1 month rental for brokerage. Let's say if I'm getting a property for, let's say, 10,000 AED per month rent, then I have to pay 10,000 AED to the broker as well.
Correct.
As a brokerage. They did allow the users to get a few free contacts of the owners, but after that they have a plan that, okay, this is the plan, this is what you need to have, and we'll get your property done. And people think that, okay, if I can just give them 100, 200 dirhams and that can save me 10,000 dirhams, then why not? So like, why, like, how are you getting on that free, accessible to everyone part?
So
it's
very transparent.
Mm-hmm.
Transparent. So you could be a customer and you also can be a partner. Once you have all this technology in your hand, you also can monetize your network. Mm-hmm. How? So we have contracts with all developers. Mm-hmm. So we literally don't care what developer you will pick in terms of commission. So everybody pays us commission once the transaction happens. We give you this online AI, right? So that helps you fair, right? But after it gives you the contact of the developer and you as a person will go and buy, the developer will pay us commission.
So that's your model, basically.
It's kind of replacing the agent, right? But it's much better than agent in knowledge, in navigating,
because agents are driven by emotions and AI is driven just to.
And the agent wants to make the higher commission, but for AI, it's not on the settings.
That's not the priority.
So it's just navigating like to any developer.
That's a smart move.
And agents, they usually know one developer or two developers. They try to focus all their buyers. Why? Because they're buyers. Second, because they don't have like capacity of know everything that's happening. So usually they teach something. So they study something like developers, and they take all buyers and just go the same road. So because it's impossible for one person to know everything, AI knows much more. So and has more opportunities. Second, if you buy something, we're going to get paid commission like Realist.
That's your revenue.
But the key thing that you can buy yourself or you can use this thing for monetize your network. You can help your people, like your friends, your family, whatever, to find the right property using this thing. And you can, through us, get 90% reward. Referral reward.
Share. Okay.
90%. Okay. So how it works? You know the technology. You can just help this technology other people, in network. They go and buy with the developer you picked with the technology. Developer will pay us commission, and we give you 90% referral.
So basically, you're telling any of these people watching this podcast can use your platform to analyze properties, and they can sell it to their network, and they can become expert real estate brokers in no time. They make money out of it?
They will not. So because they need to be licensed, etc. But they can.
Of course, those complications obviously I'm keeping in mind. But if we talk about there's no experience in real estate anyone is having, they can come get their license and stuff. They can tie up with you guys, and they can like get the access to the technology.
No, much better. Look. You don't need to be expert.
Okay.
You already have expert on your phone.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And you have all contacts on your phone.
Exactly.
You don't need to have network here in Dubai. You take it. Your relative would like to invest in property, whatever. You ask AI and say to relative, so AI recommends this property. Is okay? Okay, fine. Okay. And AI will connect you with the developer. That's all. So your relative now connected with Shoba, directly. So they finalize the deal themselves. Shoba will pay because they know that this client came from us, so from Realist. Shoba will pay us commission, and we pay like marketing referral to anyone in the world.
this model can help people make career in real estate, I would say. A lot of brokers might be using it.
If they want to build career, they need to come to Dubai, take a license,
Got it.
etc. But if they have a network and they would like to buy themselves,
So no complications, they can use the platform.
if they
and-
have a network and they want to buy themselves and just their relatives or friends would like to buy, they can monetize it.
Got it. So
But
basically,
if they want to build a career, they need to come, they need to take a license, they need to pay rare, etc. So it's not the way how people can be like expert in real estate. No, expert in the phone.
expert in the phone.
Yeah,
Correct.
but it's kind of human, but it's online. And because it's online and we don't need to pay this AI,
correct, of course.
so it's our, it's our slave.
So even brokers are using this platform probably
heavily,
then. Like new brokers who are there in the market
Heavily.
who don't know a lot about the projects going on. It's like it's a tool for them which is like magic.
Heavily.
Like
Yeah,
you don't
they
have
use
to,
heavily.
and even the buyer would feel so special about the broker. Like let's say if I'm a broker, I've started new in the market, I have my license and stuff. I'm just knowing how to operate this particular technology, which is not very difficult. I'll explain the AI about what is the requirement of my buyer.
Right.
And AI explains everything, whether it be rental, whether it be the property appreciation, whether it be the neighborhood.
Correct.
And I use that data, I use those slides to present it to my buyer. That makes me look more smarter in front of the buyer. That this guy
100%.
knows in and out about my requirements.
This AI already knows how to make PDF files and selections. So you can say, make me PDF file with the properties in the downtown or from developer Shoba or Danube, the last projects, and it will create you PDF file. So we are working on that. This PDF file of selection will be created with your face, with your contacts, etc. So it's going to be very soon.
This
But
is
it's
going to
already
be the next
created.
big
It's already creating like PDF files and selections. Just send a voice message. It gives you the result. I think I will record this in a phone and we'll send it to you.
Definitely.
So you can place it so people can see how to use
we'll
it.
put it up as a B-roll because see, a lot of people who are interested into real estate and probably want to use their network to make money out of it. And as well as even if there are young brokers who are starting off new in Dubai and stuff, this can be a big deal for them, because you will probably know better than a person who is already there for 3-4 years just using your platform.
100% you're right.
Correct.
I can say better than you said. 100%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's like amazing. So this is the good part of, you have such a great product and you have built something which is one of a kind. And the whole idea about using the AI correctly, a lot of right now it's an AI boom in every industry. Every now and then there's something related to AI coming.
Right.
You once said very boldly that, the real estate websites, their main business is to sell leads.
Correct.
Do you think it's going to dissolve in the coming time? Like with platforms, you have built something like an algorithm.
It's
or
going to be changed. So in India, you have housing.com, right?
Magic Bricks.
Magic Breaks, right? What is the business of these websites? Yes, they give you access to data and listings, but they don't need you to find your perfect home tomorrow instantly. Because you find it and you never come back, right?
Limited filters, and then they are also having a lot of
They
sponsored.
find it and you never come back. So the key business of this website is to keep you watching and try to find the property you need. So who likes to do the search for months? Nobody, I think, right? And you're so tired and you buy, okay, let's buy this because I'm so tired.
Because you're tired of searching and searching.
So AI makes it very different. So in AI, you don't need to call and message. In AI, you can, from all listings, literally receive in 1 minute something that really suits you.
Something which you really
It just
need.
make it 10x faster. And this is a thing that will disrupt this website. I'm sure that in 5 years, let's say, 7 years, we are going to be amazed why we use Google in general for searching. So why we use some websites for searching? Because AI will take this job.
Okay.
So for selecting, for recommendation, for searching, let's say now people who use ChatGPT and other other products for visas, recommendations. So now you go and say, I'm Indian, do I need a visa to Dubai, etc.
For information.
And you get the full explanation, right? Before, so, and like people asked like in a Google and watched a lot of articles.
It gets to 10 websites, 10 different recommendations.
A lot of articles, right? And why these articles exist? Because through these articles, these companies were receiving the leads and through the recommendations.
Correct.
And now it's changing. So nobody will go to these websites and just try to analyze. So they will trust AI in any kind of recommendations. In law, in taxes, in visas, in legal part. So all about consultations are going out.
But don't you think that will be a really big hit for a lot of businesses? Because this is going to be like...
They will never receive the leads.
They'll stop receiving the leads.
It. Because once you have a consulting business, you're receiving the leads, like a free consultation, all this stuff, right?
Correct.
That's how you're receiving the leads. What's the reason to go for a person for a free consultation if
AI can do the same?
AI can do it in a second?
So like you are basically telling Google and all these search engines are like one of the biggest, I would say, lead generator, the advertisement platforms. But now AI can do the same and protect you from becoming a lead. That will be a really big hit for a lot of, I would say, websites and portals.
Who will control AI recommendations will take the market.
Got it. Like you guys.
Almost any market. Almost any market. Google already lost 8% of search for the past 2.5 years. Versus Perplexity, ChatGPT, Grok, and others. So lost 8% in 2.5 months.
A lot of people are like, there's a debate on this, that if AI will replace a search engine or not. What's your opinion on that?
100%. There is no reason to go search. So if you like to do the job, like extra job for free, so for sure. So usually research, like in real estate, research takes weeks or months, even with agent, with expert. So what is the reason to go this journey? If you really know that AI will give you great information and great result for you personally in a minute. If you, for sure, if you like pain, so you couldn't go this way, right? So, but if you don't like pain, so what is the reason to go painful way, right?
So basically you're telling anyone who is not, any company or any big player in the market who is not using AI and still believing that advertising, lead generation will get replaced in the coming probably a decade or so.
AI in 5-10 years is going to be the only one interface. Only one interface. No reason to go websites. No reason to go platforms. No reason to go search Google. It's going to be literally one interface.
No manual work. You are having a guy by your side who is helping you with everything.
Right. So let's imagine you have a friend who knows anything and just will do any type of job you ask. And this friend is expert. And he can find you an apartment, find you a hotel, find you anything. And this friend has all answers. And you can speak with this friend. You can send messages. You can send voice mail, whatever, right? You can speak real time. And if you have this friend, will you go to booking.com for finding the hotel for yourself?
No.
And you'll ask this guy, right? And you're sure that this guy will do much better job than you will do. If you have this friend, will you ask will you go to, I don't know, to housing.com looking for apartment? Probably no, right? So you will ask your friend.
So do you think AI will enter into the advertising space?
Yes, 100%. AI will eat all advertising space. It's just a question of time.
So don't you think let's say right now, AI is being unbiased, for example. AI is unbiased. And that's why a lot of platforms people are trusting and stuff. But if AI replaces everything, AI will be the only place to control your recommendations and stuff. So don't you think AI will enter into that space where
AI will be biased? 100, like Google, right? So at the beginning, so it wasn't biased, right? But after but it's monopoly.
Right now, it's humble.
Yeah, monopoly. So there is, So you asked me about India, by the way. So I'm flying to India next week, and why? Also, we were talking about this technology, and 1.5 years ago, a lot of people started to come to us and say like, I want the same thing that you are building in Dubai, but for Istanbul or for Madrid, for Berlin or for Jakarta in Indonesia. And we said, probably it should be. Same technology could be used in different locations and cities, right? And we started to sell this license for this product. So it's my second revenue stream. So I sell the license for the whole kind of franchise to the product for different locations, etc. And I'm flying to New Delhi because probably Realiste is going to be in New Delhi. So
amazing!
This
Congratulations!
Year, well, one guy reached me out and like a rich guy, and he wants to build like the same thing, but for New Delhi first, maybe for the whole India later. But it's too much. But in New Delhi, it's going to be like. Maybe a good start for Indian market.
Got it. Amazing. I would like to definitely discuss more about this with you, of course. And I got your point. Like, like right now, there's a trend which came in the market, Ghibli photos and everything. Do you know about that? People putting in their pictures on ChatGPT and then getting the Ghibli art and everything. So there's a controversy around that as well, that this was for ChatGPT to get the maximum data for free. Like, how much do you believe in that?
All our data will be in AI, 100%. So look, it's so comfortable, right? So even Google knows about you a lot. It's so comfortable to use these things. Now, just not a lot of people use this. So let's say less than 10% of population use AI. Let's say less than 10%. Imagine 100%, like 90% of population is using AI. When is it going to be? It's going to be like in 5-7 years.
90% of the population will use AI.
The percentage of population using AI is overperforming growth of internet approximately 5 times. So you can imagine like internet took the world for 20 years. So
now it's AI.
Divided by 5, so 4, 5, 6, 7 years. It's going to be like 90% of population will use AI.
Who are using the internet.
Yeah. So it's just a matter of time.
So you think these are the techniques being used by these big AI companies to collect data? Like these
It's already happening for sure. 100%.
Is that unsafe?
For sure, it's unsafe, but who cares? If it's so
because AI is smart. Google and all these platforms are algorithms till a certain extent. But AI is smart. They know, they can predict, they can put in a lot of permutation combinations. So AI taking over so many things, even replacing our search engines, getting into our lives, knowing end to end what we want, when we want, what we are looking for. Is that going to be, doesn't that sound a bit, like evil, I would say?
Anyway, you will use it, right? So, okay, you can say it's evil, whatever, right? So it's like internet was coming, and same people said about internet, right?
Same thing.
Like internet 1.0, so taking all your data, 2.2, they're taking your data. And now people are thinking about internet 3.0, so no data is shared.
Correct.
But who use it? Just
it's unavoidable.
People are happy to share any kind of data, or in any kind of pictures, your design of anything, right? So just to live better life, to live better life. So that's okay. So in 5 years, or you are in your industry, you use AI in communication with clients, in consultations, or you will be out of the business 100%. 100%.
While we are talking about AI and how AI is coming in a lot of things, your AI assistant, Jucica Brown, I guess that's the name, closed over $30 million in sales.
Yeah, true.
An AI agent.
Yeah. She doesn't do all the job in-house yet. So, but she covers like 50% of customer journey for now. So if you just start communication with my company, it will be AI 100%. if you receive a call from my company, 99% chance it's AI calling you. If you got some, selection of properties for
AI.
you, it's 99% chance it's AI. Sometimes we compare human and AI for sure, but it's 99% of AI. And it's going to be day by day, it's going this way. Why? Because once you train the model, once you train AI quite good, it could do the work for 1 million people. It's just a question of how you should train AI. And look, in real estate, each city is unique. So you can't just take the AI in Dubai and copy it in New Delhi.
Of course, it's
You
different.
Dynamics
are different.
You can take the basics, right? So the model, and just start to teach the AI for New Delhi market. For New Delhi regulations, developers, projects, problems, etc. You need to just download it inside the thing, and you need to grow this knowledge from the scratch. Not from the scratch, but because what I do for now. So how I monetize also my business. I told you. So I take my basic technology that I built, like a platform, data collection, all this, a lot of layers of data, and I put it and start like a franchise or a business with partners in some city. But it's already different business. Same type of technology that we built, but with unique localization, with unique local data.
Got your point.
Because if you need expert, it should be very deep in
that particular market.
Yeah, deep with the very deep insights for a particular market. If not, it's useless.
No, like it's still shocking for me, because there are people who are doing MBA in sales, spending lakhs and lakhs of dollars and stuff, $100K, $200K on their education. They like put in a lot of time on the education part. They put in so much effort in reading and learning stuff from the best experts and spending a lot of time in the market. But here comes an AI agent who logs deals worth $30 million in just a few weeks.
Yeah.
So how do you think that, like, how did it happen? Like, can you just walk me through an AI agent closing $30 million in real estate deals? That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. I don't think so. Like any broker in the market can easily, like obviously someone with a lot of experience in the market is a whole different thing. But somebody at the same speed of an AI, if they enter the market, what AI can do in weeks, probably it will take them a decade to reach there.
Yeah.
So like
it's not 100% ready yet. So what you have written, it's also PR for sure. So yeah, Jucica Brown, she's very clever. And she now gets all communications of clients and navigations and also recommendation of specific developers, but still human needed for closing transactions, etc. Don't be very amazed about this technology for now.
Okay.
Yes, it's going this way. Yes. And she helped to close $30 million transactions, but not 100% autonomously. I tell you a story. We have 2 transactions 100% autonomously closed. Okay. Only 2. But the rest of transactions with help of human. But she took like 50% of journey, like search, navigation, selection, etc. But the rest of the transaction were closed with the expert, like with a human.
But AI is getting there.
AI is getting every day 1%, 2% more. It's eating this journey.
Got it.
So I think in maybe 2 years it's going to be ready for 100% autonomously closing everything. Yeah, we had 2 transactions with 100% autonomously closing. How it was like. The guys just were using like a platform. Once you use the platform, you need to go through the registration. Usually AI calls to this leads and ask, what are you looking for? Are you agent, investor, etc. And on the call, she asked to continue the conversation on WhatsApp. It's easier for clients. So on the call,
then you get on the chat itself.
AI qualified the lead, right? All this information collecting in the CRM system. And after AI creates a chat and continues conversation. We had a conversation about this, that, and that. So you were looking for, so this is my options. And in this step, AI makes selections and recommendation of projects. The key thing that usually first selection is not 100% great. So, but if the person wants to iterate with AI and just recommend me something more, better, etc., AI can make like iterations. right? And shows you the best what you want. And two guys of hundreds told that I like this project, I like this building developer, and I like this unit because this AI will tell you exact units also.
Perfect.
And she asked, shall I connect you with the developer to close the transaction? And they said yes. So she connected she created a WhatsApp chat with the developer, with the clients, and developer just finalized the transaction. This is 100% autonomously.
Autonomous.
But in 2 cases only, in many hundreds of cases.
No, got it. So like we talked a lot about AI. I want to talk about just one question around your business itself, which was pretty, shocking to me again. You have a lot of stuff in your business and your story, which is unusual than normal. Like it's unusual. One thing is you have, every business needs funding. Every business needs money to grow.
Right.
You have raised $7 million through crowdfunding. Is that correct?
Let me say not crowdfunding, but clients funding.
Clients funding.
So yeah, 2 came like equity, and 4, not 5, 4 came as a venture debt. But all this money we got from users. So
like users felt so confident on your product while using it that they invested millions of dollars into your business.
Users who became clients, and these clients invested also in the business.
Amazing. Like say, like how did you do that? Like, like generally what happens is a business needs money to get clients.
Right.
Here you build a business, you got clients and they became your investors.
Right.
And generally what happens is that how can you like build such a perfect product? Like for the users to feel so excited about it.
It's not so perfect for now. It's keep going to be perfect. These clients, they're also investors like me. So I remember my story. I was tired of searching and speaking with agents to buy something. So imagine like there are millions of people around the world who literally spent on real estate in 10 plus years. And they used to buy this property and they know this pain of searching and finding the right property. So these clients, they literally had the same story. So they had the same story as my story, like 10 years in real estate, trying to find real estate time. Just to find one deal takes a few months. Just finding, negotiation, buying, so a lot of hustle. And this type of people, they're very, focused on what to do. And once they hear that it's possible, maybe not 100%, but 50% now, and maybe 90% in 2 years, just to eliminate all this work for professional. First, they understand that if they have a piece of this technology, they will make a lot of money because if they literally inside, and they have access to all insights about the market, you literally can just invest in the right time, in the right place, and you can make a lot of money on real estate. That's right.
So that made them...
So, for example, in some specific neighborhood in Dubai, in 2022, you could invest money and grew your money, guess how many percent? For 3 years. There are some neighborhoods and some projects where prices grew 400%.
400%?
For 3 years.
Over 3 years?
Yeah.
I was going to say anywhere around 100, 150.
Some neighborhoods grew 400%. Some projects grew 400%.
400%.
Imagine you...
And your AI was able to predict that?
No. At that time, I didn't have AI for Dubai, but it's a historical... So these cases are existing. They exist, right? Imagine you have a technology that looks at whole world, like in India and UAE, in America, and highlighting you where is it going to be the next such opportunity. With the percentage of accuracy, for sure, I need to double check, but for people who literally inside this club, inside this knowledge, right? So for where you can make money on real estate, they literally can just be very wealthy people during the years.
Of course.
So that's why these investors also believe we as a company are developing this technology. So we will be able to create and just also highlight them insights.
Correct.
This is the first thing. Second thing, they literally don't speak a lot with agents. So they literally, for past 10,
Of course.
15 years, they have seen like hundreds,
Of
maybe
course.
thousands of them.
That's the main motive behind
Yeah,
this.
and they know that only a few percent of brokers really know for investment what neighborhood or what property is great.
Very few.
Very few. Yeah, and they literally want to have like experts on the phone just to escape this type of communications. So investors just don't like agents calling them, messaging them, offering them something, because most of these offers are not reliable, not reliable, and not just good.
You have also talked about the fact that AI will, like there's one way people trade in stock market, and you have also said that that will happen for real estate soon, that you can buy, sell, and hold properties in a click. Is that possible? Is that going to be possible?
It's going to be 100% very soon. We tried this approach. We understood for now it's too early. People still don't want to buy in one click. So, for example, we have this option.
Of course.
So people literally on the platform can book the unit from a developer online. But people don't use it. Why?
It's still time for that to come.
It's a big amount of money. So just to make such
decisions in a click
in a click for now. Look, like what's happening in real estate now. Let's take stock market. In 1980s, all stock markets around the world were operating manually. So if you wanted to buy a stock, so if you want to buy shares of a company, you needed to call your broker. Your broker called to broker on a stock exchange.
Got it.
On a stock exchange, they
manual process.
So it's approximately 10 minutes. So in 80s, new companies started to digitalize stock exchanges, right? And the game started. Now the transaction is 0.11111, 0.00001% second, right? It's like trillion times faster than it was.
Of course, because now it's like you can buy and sell instantly on your device, laptop, phone, anywhere.
And in 80s, some companies started to develop algorithms for trading. And they built like $100 billion wealth.
Amazing.
So because if you're faster
of course.
than others, you can make more money.
So it's more about the speed, and AI is getting speed in the market.
Speed and
accuracy.
Highlighting their insights.
So like while we were talking about this, obviously it sounds futuristic, of course, to buy, sell, and hold because of the liquidity as well is one of the reasons, because it's not as liquid as other stuff in the market.
100%.
You can't just sell and the properties.
Yeah, it was my mistake. So I believed too early that people want to buy in one click. So I spent a bunch of my time for building this technology for one click buying. I understood that I was wrong. So yeah, but maybe who knows? Maybe people will buy it again in one click.
Got it. So we have talked a lot about AI and funding, Realist, of course, and you guys are doing an amazing job in that, of course. So like, I want to talk more about something like we talked about your story. You talk about Realist, AI, and the Dubai market, how it's working and how people are making money and stuff. So there were times in your life where you felt that this is it. It's not going to work out. You were like traveling a lot, you were sleeping on your friend's couch, you were all over the place.
Yeah.
All this confidence which you have today, for which you can talk unstoppably about your platform, about the market, about AI, about overall like real estate in general, it came from those hardships, of course. So how did you like feel? Like what was that inside thing which kept you going? Like how were you able to build that persistence in yourself? About, when you felt that everything's going to end, still you were able to manage to get back on track, and how did you do it?
So for the past 8 years, we were near the failure. 1 week I had a failure, like maybe 20 times. So I literally don't care a lot about the failure or possibility of failure, because I really know that if you're building the right thing, it could be not so successful right now, maybe 5 years ago, right? But if you literally believe in this thing, I'm working on the thing because I know I need it myself. I know my friends need it. I know customers need it. So they invest in business, right? I know they need it. So, and I know this should be the direction. And I definitely know it's possible to build. So real estate is complicated. It's literally, it's much more complicated than, I don't know, AI for lawyers. So in the AI for lawyers, you take a lot of documents, you change
all
it.
these past case studies and everything, they
So
can review it.
It's easier. So in real estate, it's more complicated because real estate complicated. So, but I believe that it's already delivering the value. So if tomorrow I need to start again from zero, I will do it again.
Got
So the same type of ideas, the same thing. So I literally believe that maybe it's going to take 2 years before it's going to boom. Right? So, and people are going to use AI for real estate. No, it's not. So people just don't think that they could use AI for real estate searching. So they have no idea about it. Why? Because only 10% of people now use GPT. So let's say in 5 years, it's going to be 50+%, maybe 90%.
Soon a lot of people will start using AI and then things will change.
Yeah, but already if you type the search like in Google real estate AI, first you're going to find my company like number one. Second, you see how the how it grows in terms of volume of asks. So it's by exponent for now, because you know who the person who already understood how to use GPT for many tasks, and if this person wants to buy real estate, this person doesn't want to go to websites and brokers. Literally, it's a pain after this.
Of course.
Yeah. Now it's okay because you don't need you don't know better way, right? But if you already like a user, like experienced user of ChatGPT, and you know that you can get all the data like for you right now.
If you know how to use it, right?
If you know how to use it, yeah. And you need to buy something, oh, it's a pain. And they started to search like real estate AI and they find me.
Correct.
So, or they ask like ChatGPT recommend me who is a great or who is the best in real estate AI, and ChatGPT will also recommend us.
Awesome.
Not 100% times,
but most of the times.
It depends where you are. It depends on the region.
Got your point.
Yeah.
No, like when we talk about the Dubai market, as you are based in Dubai right now, what's like the most, from an insider lens, if I'll ask you, what area do you think is very undervalued right now?
Undervalued.
Where people can invest and probably expect more returns than any financial instrument which they'll invest in?
It's a great question. You know, I'm building the technologies that you don't need to ask me. So you need to ask this technology.
Got it.
But if you want my opinion, so real estate market in Dubai has no logic. Believe me. So there are neighborhoods with amazing real estate that price so low, and there are neighborhoods where you can see a lot of marketing, a lot of agents speaking about this neighborhoods or this building, and the prices are awful, very high, but people buying as crazy these neighborhoods. I can just give you an example for if just your audience knows about some neighborhoods in Dubai. Shoba, everybody knows Shoba, right?
Yeah.
I think that they are also big developers in India, I think, right? Shoba here in Dubai, like number 5 maybe of developers, right? So they're great, building great product. And they have two neighborhoods, Shoba Heartland 1 here and Shoba Heartland 2. Shoba Heartland 1, no new buildings appearing. 2 amazing schools, the lagoon are going to be soon, like the neighborhood is ready. The price for 2-bedroom apartment, let's say 2.5 million dirhams, let's say.
Okay.
And across the big roads in the desert, they're building now Shoba Heartland 2.
Awesome.
And the price in the desert for 2-bedroom apartments, 2.5, 2.6, same price.
Same price.
But all agents and all buyers, like all marketing for Shoba Heartland 2.
Okay.
And they sell like thousands of new apartments in the desert.
Rather than developed neighborhood.
Closer to downtown. All metrics are better.
Correct.
All metrics are better. But even literally no one knows about this neighborhood.
Correct.
That's strange, right?
Correct.
Why? Because people don't know about Dubai a lot. For example, in India, you live in Mumbai, you know about the neighborhoods and you understand the
Of course,
neighborhoods
of
and the
course.
pricing. But if you're new in Dubai, literally you know nothing.
Yeah, very few people know about it.
And
Connectivity
you meet
and-
with expert and you see a lot of advertising about some neighborhoods. So you said, okay, maybe it's a good investment.
It's a good investment, probably.
But in real, so it could be or couldn't, depends. But that's why no logic in Dubai.
Got your point. What do you think about Saudi Arabia then? Like, you know, like big mega projects coming in, big towers, big everything. Do you think it will overtake Dubai or like?
I spent a lot of time in Saudi Arabia. So I even prepared and I received several offers from Saudi Arabia to start a business like in joint venture. For now, I rejected and I keep this market for like in-house development. Why? Because Saudi Arabia is a wonderful market, but for now, as a foreigner, you can buy a property like easy. So you can buy for investment. As a foreigner, you can buy a property only, you can resell it only in 5 years and some restrictions. So I hope they will open this market to foreigners very soon.
Got it.
And if they do this, the market will explode.
Boom.
2 or 3 cities like Riyadh, Jeddah and Dammam. Like
A
3
new city, I
cities.
guess Neom or something is coming in also.
It's far away.
Far away.
It's maybe 10 years, 20 years.
Got it.
So it's like also PR, a lot of PR, but you can buy something, nothing ready.
Got it. So like also one more thing which comes in my mind while I talk about realistic transactions and people, you know, like markets growing in neighborhoods and stuff. So like there's a lot of talk about how blockchain and, you know, these crypto will overtake the transactions in real estate. Now it's going, the main motive was to make blockchain will help real estate become more transparent. But now there's a debate happening that if it will or if it will not. How far are we from blockchain infrastructure and crypto infrastructure to take over real estate transactions? What do you feel about that?
Look, it's already possible to buy in crypto, like let's say USDT in Dubai. So, but it's not so transparent in terms of you need like a third party to transact your money and they issue manager check and you pay as manager check to developer. So it looks like it's going to be changed very soon. So it looks like you'll be able to send crypto directly to developer and buy your apartment.
Got it.
It's about the crypto thing. About blockchain. So blockchain is about security in real estate. Blockchain is about that you can trust not the bank, not the people, not some company, but
a
kind
decentralized
of
system.
technology, right? I believe that in very soon AI will and quantum computer will hack blockchain.
Got it.
So it's all about how
Quantum
many
computing will hack blockchain.
Yeah, it's all blockchain is all.
So it's not going to be safe?
Yeah, so blockchain is all about, for now with the current technologies, it will take you billions of years to hack it. Current computing.
Correct.
Right? It's going to take a lot of time. So that's why it's kind of secured, right? But quantum new computers and AI definitely will make this billions of years to weeks.
Of course.
So, and if it's going to be possible, blockchain it will never be secured.
Will never be secured for any kind of transactions you feel.
Yes, for any kind of transaction.
Got your
So
point.
blockchain now is the most advanced technology for securing market, but it's not ultimate security, right? So that's why it is going to be like probably all cryptocurrency industry can be dead in maybe 10 years, who knows, because of quantum computing and AI.
Because these are complex infrastructures and you need normal computing cannot compete
Yeah,
with
so
that.
blockchain is safe because current computer power, it's not enough to break it.
Exactly.
That's the only thing. So, but how it works? So you just try to
Puzzle.
you just try to find combination.
Correct. Combinations. Correct.
Let's imagine. Do you know about the bicycles? And on the bicycles, you have these locks, right?
Yeah.
3-4 locks.
Yeah.
Imagine like. Just for an example, imagine like a blockchain
human
combination. It's like this block with, let's say, with million options, right? So
The possibilities.
and you just one by one can just it's gonna take for you billions of years.
And humans having the control of quantum computing will like change everything because you know
Yes.
like humans will have the knowledge about where to direct that energy, and then
It just in general thinks my
Yeah.
thoughts. So that's why blockchain is a great technology, but I don't think this technology will compete
with quantum computing.
with quantum computer and AI.
There's a
So
lot going to happen in the future, I guess.
Yeah.
In the coming 10 years down the line, a lot of things will change.
if it's possible to break only with computer power, and it's possible to break, it depends on how much computer power you have. So definitely computing power will increase very fast. So
Got
now
it.
it takes billions of years. Tomorrow it's going to take millions of years. After tomorrow it's going to take years. And like in 7-10 years, it's going to take weeks.
Correct.
It could be.
Got your point.
So that's why I don't believe in the long term, like in the blockchain in general. And if blockchain is not safe, all cryptocurrency world is not safe. Because all cryptocurrency based on this belief that blockchain is safe.
Amazing conversation, Alex. I learned so much from this
It's
conversation.
my pleasure to speak
And
with you.
like just a couple of one-liners I want from you. Realist, when it will become the biggest in the market?
100%. Biggest in the market in 5 years.
5 years.
In Dubai, and one of the biggest in markets like India.
Got it. Awesome to hear that from you. I just have a no-nonsense round with you. And that's going to be, it's a round where I'll ask you questions and you have to answer it within a sentence. Within a sentence or a word.
I got it.
What's the biggest no-nonsense myth people believe about AI in real estate?
Agents think that AI is a threat. AI will disrupt them. And that's not right.
It will help them.
Yeah. Persons who use this will disrupt them.
Correct.
Yeah.
While building a big business, you might be taking a lot of decisions on a daily basis and a lot of things. So what's that no-nonsense rule which you follow while taking a business decision?
Yeah, just to try to find the best possible people you can find. This
Got
is
it.
my first priority.
So again, one more question around like AI prediction. So what's your no-nonsense AI prediction you have heard that has never come true?
It's coming faster, much faster than anybody could predict. So that's why all that were predicted is already overperformed.
And see, you're building team across continents. So
Right.
what's your no-nonsense rule while hiring? Like how do you spot the right talent?
I make hundreds of interviews to find one person.
So how do you select? Like, okay, this is the right fit for the company?
I just very curious about what problems this person solved before, and if this person solved before some problems, this person knows in details how he did it or she did it.
So like a lot of viewers watching our podcast are probably interested about real estate market, interested about entrepreneurship. What will be your advice to them?
Use AI.
Use AI. AI is going to take over everything.
Yeah, 100%.
What would you say to the people who are not using AI?
Use AI.
Thank you so much, Alex, for
Thank
coming
you.
on the podcast. It was my pleasure to host you, and
Likewise.
you have given tons and tons of knowledge. I hope everyone will enjoy the podcast too. And let's have a picture together. You can just look into the camera.
Yeah, which
this
one?
camera you can look into, and we can just have a picture.
We do it for the dollar.